Welcome back. You're watching Startup Street. Now, travel tech platform Ixigo, which currently holds a modest 1% market share in the hotel segment, is planning to establish its own independent hotel booking platform. The company plans to fully roll out the service by the end of this quarter itself. Its CEO and co-founder Aloke Bajpai told Aishwarya Anand. Here's a slice of that conversation.
Ixigo over the last 16 years has actually built out, transportation-led use cases, whether they were utility use cases on trains or whether they were transactional use cases across flight, train, buses, right? And we reached a scale where, we are doing almost 70 million monthly active users, 8 to 9 million downloads a month in terms of growth. And we realized that we have not really even scratched the surface when it comes to accommodation. And we do realize that the needs of the kind of user we are serving may be even slightly different, like tier 2, 3, 4 traveler there. I think their specification of hotels they're looking for and what they're looking for in a hotel. And in some cases for religious destinations, it may not even be a hotel. It may be a dharamshala or a guest house or whatever, right? So I think the kind of inventory we'll go after or the kind of hotels that we want on this platform may end up being very unique.
But any partnership that you're looking at with this, or do you plan to acquire some companies in this space to help you get fast-tracked with this move?
So at this point, we are building it pretty much in-house. At this point, we are not really evaluating an acquisitive approach here. Earlier had a partnership where we were redirecting users who wanted to book hotels to a booking.com co-branded platform where they could continue and consummate those bookings directly with them. At this point, what we are launching is more like a classical OTA where you can actually come search for hotels and book directly with us.
From your app?
Directly from our app.
If I have to ask you, by when is there a timeline in your mind, that when do you plan to fully roll it out?
I think you will see a full rollout over by the end of this quarter.
By the end of this quarter. Okay, all right. Talking about numbers, now Ixigo turned cash flow positive in FY23. Share some key numbers in terms of your revenues, if you could just shed some light on that. And also, what are the targets for FY24?
Right, so last year we did 517 crore total revenue in FY23, more than 501 crores of operating revenue. We did a PAT of close to 23 crores and we were cash flow positive. We saw a very good uptick in the second half of the year with the all the COVID related concerns going away. So this year also we are growing very strongly. I think at this point we would be upwards of 10,000 crores of GTV run rate. In terms of revenue scale, we would be at close to 6x of our pre-COVID scale and growing from there.
Ixigo was also was India's first travel tech startup to have the ChatGPT plugin. Tell me, where did the integration take place and how has it impacted the business?
My co-founder Rajneesh and a bunch of the smartest engineers we had actually just said, let's play around with this and see what we can build. And this got built over a few weeks. And then we sort of wrote to the folks at OpenAI for considering it as a plugin, got in touch. And actually in July, we already had this up and running right on our own website first as a plan, which is a AI-based trip planner. So essentially what we do there is curate and mine information across our own data sources as well as GPT and present a visual itinerary of how you should plan your trip for any destination.
Where do you see your next leg of growth coming from in terms of innovations, some newer markets that you want to enter into? If you could just, and even category expansion. So what are some of these areas that you're looking to venture into going forward?
On the transportation side, we want to make it a more predictable experience to buy tickets or to modify them or to cancel them or to even make a decision whether you want to buy today or not, right? Okay. And these are all AI-led use cases. We also want to make the post-booking experience more seamless. And we believe that it's still broken, right, in many ways. So we are working on, making Tara, which is our AI chatbot, also work in a more multimodal way.
You got the regulatory nod for your proposed 1,600 crore IPO in December 2021. Where do you stand on the plans right now?
Yeah, so when we got the approval, the market obviously turned in 2022. There were hardly any tech IPOs, not just in India, but globally. So we decided to wait.
This year we saw some.
And I think it seems like the window is opening now.
Yeah.
And we saw Yatra getting listed. We also saw Mamaearth. That's obviously in the process. And I think, as and when we think the sentiment around tech is a lot more positive, which will also be a factor of how the existing listed players deliver on their promises. So I think as and when that happens, we will definitely reconsider about getting back on that process. Yeah.
Well, that's Ixigo listing out their growth plans over there. It is